Here we are, Monday night, August 10th. And, you know, Republicans have got some really big problems. One, it's a messaging problem. Um, and it's a problem because they have no messaging. Their only messaging is trans people bad, or Democrat, socialist, communist bad. They have serious messaging issues. Plus, they have um, I guess we could say behavior issues. They don't know how to behave. They they think they're above it all. I'm a Republican representative. I'm above it all. I'm a Republican senator. I'm above it all. I don't have to talk to you. Piss off. They think they're above it all. They think they can do whatever, whenever, to whomever, and never have to face a consequence ever. And up until recently, it's been relatively true. But Max Miller, who is running for a Republican House seat, is having some very big, big problems. His numbers are low. The donors have dried up. He had to loan his own campaign $1 million, and he's not stepping down. And he needs to step down. He needs to drop out of the race. Seriously. Because there have been some serious allegations leveled against him. His ex wife, he's been abusive towards her. He has allegedly broken the collarbone of his daughter. And apparently, his baby girl has a very special blue bunny that she cannot sleep without. And he's been withholding it from her. It takes a special kind of asshole to withhold your child's favorite stuffed toy. I mean, seriously, who does that? I couldn't have imagined doing that to my daughter when she was little. She's grown, and I still couldn't imagine doing anything like that to her. But seriously, they have behavior issues. I mean, Donald Trump. And of course, Todd Blanche was confirmed as the new attorney general. He's now the top cop. And so they're going to double their efforts to keep the Epstein files from ever seeing the light of day. Something that the far right wingnuts have been screaming about for years. And now we're all screaming about it. But the major Trump Kool-Aid drinking, boot licking, um, cult members, people that worship at the altar of Donald Trump, now they're more quiet about it. Because before they thought it was only going to be Democrats that were going to be on that list. Because Democrats were just these really horrible people and satanic worshipers and all that kind of garbage. But now it has come out that most of the people on the Epstein list are Republican. Republican rich bastards that have been able to get away with murder. figuratively, of course. But who knows? There has been rumor about the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico that the New Mexican government is, Attorney General is investigating who has who are suing the Department of Justice, by the way, to get information from those Epstein files. Information that could help them with their prosecutions. And of course, the Epstein class PDF files protectors are doing whatever they can possibly do to stop that from happening. But you know what? In the end, it will come out. I have very little doubt about that because a politician's career can be very, very long, as evidenced by like Chuck Grassley and Mitch McConnell and the late Dianne Feinstein, or it can be very, very short. But the odds of Republicans keeping control of the House are getting smaller. Smaller and smaller and smaller. Why? Because there's a narcissistic piece of crap that's sitting in the Oval Office behind the Resolute desk. That's as big a criminal as they come. And we all know it. We all know it. And honestly, the other day, I think it was last night when I was talking to y'all, I was saying, or maybe it was the night before, but anyways, doesn't matter. I was saying that serious changes need to happen in Congress, in this next Congress, and with the next president. People need to be held to account. People need to answer for any kind of alleged crimes that they may have committed. Reforms have to be made. And one of the things that needs to be reformed, or I don't know if it's reformed, but we need to start doing, I think, psychological exams of people who want to run for federal office, Congress, president, vice president. They need to start taking psychological exams, and anyone that shows major tendencies towards being a sociopath or a malignant narcissist, they need to just be booted out. Okay? Because, I mean, seriously, Donald Trump, biggest narcissist that I can think of. I'm sure there are others in history, but I don't know who they are. None of them have been president of the United States in 2026. And this Max Miller person from Ohio, big narcissist, abusive piece of shit. Anyone who is willing to cause physical harm to a spouse or a child needs not to run for political office. Period. I mean, that is just, it sends the wrong message. Seriously. But anyway, internet people, my internet friends, of course, as you all know, because I say it every night. This was my rant. These are my opinions, and please hit the like button if you got any use out of this. Hit the subscribe, comment, blue heart, share. I would appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm going to end this now. And my internet friends, take care of yourselves wherever you are.